Hey, welcome. We've got 50 vocabulary words for you today, each one with a couple of example sentences. Just relax, listen, and let it all soak in.
Good planning helps you finish the project on time.
Good planning helps you finish the project on time.
The planning for the wedding took many months.
The planning for the wedding took many months.
We need better planning to save money this year.
We need better planning to save money this year.
City planning is important for building new roads.
City planning is important for building new roads.
We had a very pleasant walk in the park.
We had a very pleasant walk in the park.
The weather was pleasant and sunny all day.
The weather was pleasant and sunny all day.
She has a pleasant voice when she sings.
She has a pleasant voice when she sings.
It was a pleasant surprise to see him there.
It was a pleasant surprise to see him there.
It is a pleasure to meet you, finally.
It is a pleasure to meet you finally.
Reading gives me a lot of pleasure.
Reading gives me a lot of pleasure.
He gets pleasure from helping other people.
He gets pleasure from helping other people.
It was a pleasure working with your team.
It was a pleasure working with your team.
Don't worry, we have plenty of time.
Don't worry, we have plenty of time.
There is plenty of food for everyone here.
There is plenty of food for everyone here.
You should drink plenty of water every day.
You should drink plenty of water every day.
She has plenty of experience in this job.
She has plenty of experience in this job.
The plot of the movie was very exciting.
The plot of the movie was very exciting.
I did not understand the plot of the book.
I did not understand the plot of the book.
They bought a small plot of land for a garden.
They bought a small plot of land for a garden.
The story has a very complicated plot.
The story has a very complicated plot.
2 plus 2 equals 4.
2 plus 2 equals 4.
The cost is $10 plus tax.
The cost is $10 plus tax.
I have 3 brothers plus 1 sister.
I have 3 brothers plus 1 sister.
The hotel has a pool plus a gym.
The hotel has a pool plus a gym.
She wrote a beautiful poem for her mother.
She wrote a beautiful poem for her mother.
We had to read a poem in class today.
We had to read a poem in class today.
This poem is about love and nature.
This poem is about love and nature.
He learned the short poem by heart.
He learned the short poem by heart.
The poet read his work to the audience.
The poet read his work to the audience.
Shakespeare is a very famous English poet.
Shakespeare is a very famous English poet.
She wants to be a poet when she grows up.
She wants to be a poet when she grows up.
A poet uses words to paint pictures.
A poet uses words to paint pictures.
I enjoy reading poetry before I go to sleep.
I enjoy reading poetry before I go to sleep.
They studied modern poetry at the university.
They studied modern poetry at the university.
Writing poetry helps him express his feelings.
Writing poetry helps him express his feelings.
This book contains poetry from around the world.
This book contains poetry from around the world.
Please do not point your finger at people.
Please do not point your finger at people.
Can you point to the correct answer?
Can you point to the correct answer?
The sign will point us in the right direction.
The sign will point us in the right direction.
He tried to point out the mistake on the map.
He tried to point out the mistake on the map.
The bottle contained a dangerous poison.
The bottle contained a dangerous poison.
Some mushrooms contain poison and are not safe.
Some mushrooms contain poison and are not safe.
Do not let the chemical poison the water.
Do not let the chemical poison the water.
The rat ate the poison and died.
The rat ate the poison and died.
That colorful snake is very poisonous.
That colorful snake is very poisonous.
Do not eat those berries because they are poisonous.
Do not eat those berries because they are poisonous.
Some spiders in this area are poisonous.
Some spiders in this area are poisonous.
The factory released poisonous gas into the air.
The factory released poisonous gas into the air.
The company has a strict policy about being late.
The company has a strict policy about being late.
Our return policy allows you to bring items back.
Our return policy allows you to bring items back.
The government introduced a new policy on education.
The government introduced a new policy on education.
It is our policy to help every customer.
It is our policy to help every customer.
They had a long discussion about political issues.
They had a long discussion about political issues.
He belongs to a different political party than me.
He belongs to a different political party than me.
The country is facing a difficult political situation.
The country is facing a difficult political situation.
She has strong political views on the environment.
She has strong political views on the environment.
The politician gave a speech to the crowd.
The politician gave a speech to the crowd.
He wants to become a politician to change laws.
He wants to become a politician to change laws.
A good politician listens to the people.
A good politician listens to the people.
The famous politician visited our school yesterday.
The famous politician visited our school yesterday.
We try not to talk about politics at dinner.
We try not to talk about politics at dinner.
She is very interested in international politics.
She is very interested in international politics.
Politics can be a very complicated subject.
Politics can be a very complicated subject.
He decided to enter politics after college.
He decided to enter politics after college.
The ship arrived at the port early this morning.
The ship arrived at the port early this morning.
Many goods are shipped through this busy port.
Many goods are shipped through this busy port.
We walked along the port to see the boats.
We walked along the port to see the boats.
The city is famous for its large fishing port.
The city is famous for its large fishing port.
The artist painted a beautiful portrait of the Queen.
The artist painted a beautiful portrait of the Queen.
There is a family portrait on the wall.
There is a family portrait on the wall.
She sat still while he drew her portrait.
She sat still while he drew her portrait.
The museum has a famous portrait of a soldier.
The museum has a famous portrait of a soldier.
I cannot possibly finish this work today.
I cannot possibly finish this work today.
Could you possibly help me with this box?
Could you possibly help me with this box?
It will possibly rain later this afternoon.
It will possibly rain later this afternoon.
This is possibly the best cake I ever ate.
This is possibly the best cake I ever ate.
She cooked the soup in a large metal pot.
She cooked the soup in a large metal pot.
There is a pot of coffee on the table.
There is a pot of coffee on the table.
He planted the flowers in a clay pot.
He planted the flowers in a clay pot.
Please put the lid back on the pot.
Please put the lid back on the pot.
Can you pour some water into my glass?
Can you pour some water into my glass?
Please pour the milk carefully so it doesn't spill.
Please pour the milk carefully so it doesn't spill.
It started to pour with rain suddenly.
It started to pour with rain suddenly.
She will pour the sauce over the pasta.
She will pour the sauce over the pasta.
Many people in the world live in poverty.
Many people in the world live in poverty.
The government is trying to reduce poverty.
The government is trying to reduce poverty.
Poverty can make life very difficult for families.
Poverty can make life very difficult for families.
He grew up in poverty, but became successful.
He grew up in poverty, but became successful.
She put some powder on her face.
She put some powder on her face.
The washing powder helps clean the clothes.
The washing powder helps clean the clothes.
This white powder is actually sugar.
This white powder is actually sugar.
You need to mix the powder with water.
You need to mix the powder with water.
The king was a very powerful man.
The king was a very powerful man.
This car has a powerful engine.
This car has a powerful engine.
The storm was powerful and caused damage.
The storm was powerful and caused damage.
She gave a powerful speech about freedom.
She gave a powerful speech about freedom.
We need a practical solution to this problem.
We need a practical solution to this problem.
These shoes are practical for walking long distances.
These shoes are practical for walking long distances.
He has a lot of practical experience in fixing cars.
He has a lot of practical experience in fixing cars.
Learning to cook is a very practical skill.
Learning to cook is a very practical skill.
Many people go to church to pray on Sundays.
Many people go to church to pray on Sundays.
I will pray for your safe return.
I will pray for your safe return.
They pray before every meal.
They pray before every meal.
She went to the temple to pray quietly.
She went to the temple to pray quietly.
She said a silent prayer before the test.
She said a silent prayer before the test.
The priest led the people in prayer.
The priest led the people in prayer.
His prayer was answered when he found a job.
His prayer was answered when he found a job.
They gathered for morning prayer at the school.
They gathered for morning prayer at the school.
His prediction about the weather was correct.
His prediction about the weather was correct.
It is hard to make a prediction about the future.
It is hard to make a prediction about the future.
The prediction for the game score was wrong.
The prediction for the game score was wrong.
Science helps us make a better prediction.
Science helps us make a better prediction.
I am not prepared for the exam yet.
I am not prepared for the exam yet.
She came to the meeting fully prepared.
She came to the meeting fully prepared.
We must be prepared for any emergency.
We must be prepared for any emergency.
He was prepared to leave early in the morning.
He was prepared to leave early in the morning.
I have to give a presentation at work tomorrow.
I have to give a presentation at work tomorrow.
The presentation was clear and easy to understand.
The presentation was clear and easy to understand.
She used many pictures in her presentation.
She used many pictures in her presentation.
We listened to a presentation about healthy eating.
We listened to a presentation about healthy eating.
Please press the button to open the door.
Please press the button to open the door.
The local press wrote a story about the event.
The local press wrote a story about the event.
You should press the shirt to remove wrinkles.
You should press the shirt to remove wrinkles.
He gave an interview to the press yesterday.
He gave an interview to the press yesterday.
There is a lot of pressure to succeed at school.
There is a lot of pressure to succeed at school.
The doctor checked my blood pressure today.
The doctor checked my blood pressure today.
You can apply pressure to stop the bleeding.
You can apply pressure to stop the bleeding.
She works well even under pressure.
She works well even under pressure.
Children like to pretend they are superheroes.
Children like to pretend they are superheroes.
Don't pretend to be asleep when I call you.
Don't pretend to be asleep when I call you.
He tried to pretend that nothing was wrong.
He tried to pretend that nothing was wrong.
Let's pretend we are on a tropical island.
Let's pretend we are on a tropical island.
In the previous lesson, we learned about verbs.
In the previous lesson, we learned about verbs.
She has no previous experience in this field.
She has no previous experience in this field.
The previous owner of the house left some furniture.
The previous owner of the house left some furniture.
Please look at the previous page for the answer.
Please look at the previous page for the answer.
This building was previously a bank.
This building was previously a bank.
I had previously met him at a party.
I had previously met him at a party.
The topic was discussed previously in our meeting.
The topic was discussed previously in our meeting.
She previously lived in London before moving here.
She previously lived in London before moving here.
The priest spoke to the people in the church.
The priest spoke to the people in the church.
They asked the priest to bless their marriage.
They asked the priest to bless their marriage.
A priest usually wears special clothes for services.
A priest usually wears special clothes for services.
He talked to the priest about his problems.
He talked to the priest about his problems.
The primary goal is to keep everyone safe.
The primary goal is to keep everyone safe.
Children go to primary school at age 5.
Children go to primary school at age 5.
Red, blue, and yellow are primary colors.
Red, blue, and yellow are primary colors.
His primary concern is the health of his family.
His primary concern is the health of his family.
The prince lives in a large castle.
The prince lives in a large castle.
In the story, the prince saves the kingdom.
In the story, the prince saves the kingdom.
The young prince will become king one day.
The young prince will become king one day.
Everyone bowed when the prince entered the room.
Everyone bowed when the prince entered the room.
The princess wore a beautiful dress to the ball.
The princess wore a beautiful dress to the ball.
Every girl wants to feel like a princess.
Every girl wants to feel like a princess.
The princess waved to the crowd from the balcony.
The princess waved to the crowd from the balcony.
A frog turned into a prince for the princess.
A frog turned into a prince for the princess.
The printing on this page is too small.
The printing on this page is too small.
We need to pay for the printing of the flyers.
We need to pay for the printing of the flyers.
The invention of printing changed the world.
The invention of printing changed the world.
He works in the printing industry.
He works in the printing industry.
The prisoner was kept in a small cell.
The prisoner was kept in a small cell.
Guards watched the prisoner very closely.
Guards watched the prisoner very closely.
The prisoner tried to escape last night.
The prisoner tried to escape last night.
After 10 years, the prisoner was finally released.
After 10 years, the prisoner was finally released.
This is a private conversation between us.
This is a private conversation between us.
You cannot enter because this is private property.
You cannot enter because this is private property.
He keeps his private life separate from work.
He keeps his private life separate from work.
She went to a private school in the city.
She went to a private school in the city.
The producer is responsible for the film's budget.
The producer is responsible for the film's budget.
Brazil is a large producer of coffee.
Brazil is a large producer of coffee.
She wants to be a music producer.
She wants to be a music producer.
The producer hired a new director for the movie.
The producer hired a new director for the movie.
The factory increased its production of cars.
The factory increased its production of cars.
We went to see a theater production of Hamlet.
We went to see a theater production of Hamlet.
Production stopped because the machine broke.
Production stopped because the machine broke.
The cost of production is very high.
The cost of production is very high.
Teaching is a very respected profession.
Teaching is a very respected profession.
He is a doctor by profession.
He is a doctor by profession.
You should choose a profession you enjoy.
You should choose a profession you enjoy.
Many people in the medical profession work long hours.
Many people in the medical profession work long hours.
The company made a large profit this year.
The company made a large profit this year.
They sold the house at a good profit.
They sold the house at a good profit.
The goal of the business is to make a profit.
The goal of the business is to make a profit.
All the profit goes to charity.
All the profit goes to charity.
I need to program the computer to do this task.
I need to program the computer to do this task.
Can you program the remote to work with the TV?
Can you program the remote to work with the TV?
They will program the robot to walk.
They will program the robot to walk.
It is difficult to program in this language.
It is difficult to program in this language.
The company will promote him to manager soon.
The company will promote him to manager soon.
We need to promote our new product.
We need to promote our new product.
A healthy diet helps promote good health.
A healthy diet helps promote good health.
They used social media to promote the event.
They used social media to promote the event.
Please put the books in their proper place.
Please put the books in their proper place.
You need the proper tools to fix the engine.
You need the proper tools to fix the engine.
It is important to eat a proper meal.
It is important to eat a proper meal.
She did not have the proper training for the job.
She did not have the proper training for the job.
The door does not close properly.
The door does not close properly.
You must behave properly at school.
You must behave properly at school.
If you do the job properly, it will last.
If you do the job properly, it will last.
Make sure the machine is working properly.
Make sure the machine is working properly.
That's all for today's session. If you found this helpful, please leave a like and subscribe for more. See you next time.